Yeah, you should be hearing me type. All right, 1 second. We'll start. I think this should be working better. Are you guys able to see everything? Okay. I think we're good. Goodness gracious. I hear you in the chat. Switch to fiber. I am wired for fiber. I thought I had fiber, but and I have pretty good internet. But my first step come Monday is going to be the router, because something's going on, and then if it turns out it's not the router, we'll solve it with fiber, because I'm certainly paying for great internet, and when I go to the internet speed test, it gives me great results, but it is what it is. Welcome to Gabbin and Games as the Christmas day rolls in. I am excited. We're going up to Utah by way of Las Vegas. And then we're going to go up to a cabin in Utah, and it should be fun. And then we're going to watch Stranger Things, and I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are having a nice holiday season so far. This show tonight is going to be, it's going to be very casual. I got various topics we can talk about, and game-related stuff. There's some news stuff, shooting the shit. I do want to remind you a couple of things. Tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, 11 a.m., we are having Mike Arkin, one of the producers of the classic PS1 game Die Hard Trilogy, on for Breakfast with Jaffe. That is for Calypso's Cult and above members and all mods. That'll be in the Discord, and then I'll put it up on the YouTube after. That is happening tomorrow at 11 o'clock. I'm going out tonight, but when I get home, if it's not too late, I may play some Die Hard Trilogy and stream it, so I can get it fresh in my mind. But it should be a good time, and hopefully I'll see some of you guys there, either live or on the video on demand. Also, tonight, our goal is very simple, the Super Chat goal. For every $10, whoever puts in the last amount of money that gets us to $10, I'll change the background to whatever you want, as long as it doesn't break terms of service. That's it. So if somebody puts in, $8 and someone else puts in $2, it's the $2 guy who gets to decide. But anyway, there you go. Also, there's a link to merch below. Last minute Christmas gifts, hats, hoodies, tumblers, coffee mugs, blah, 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 blah. All right. What is my upload speed? Fuck it, I'll tell you. Why not? I don't mind sharing. I know it's the upload speed that matters. Let's do an internet speed test, shall we? Internet speed test, and it is coming in at, let's see, the download right now. Usually it's about 600. It's 400 right now. I guess it's end of the day. Everybody's hopping on. Hello, Lathan W. And then the upload speed is 36, which is, pretty good. It says it's good, more than good enough for uploading to YouTube videos and shit. So we'll see what happens. But hopefully this runs better not streaming to Twitter, which is the craziest goddamn thing. But it is what it is. Okay. What's going on, fellas? Let's see what's happening in the news today. Let's go over to the old news. Well, you saw this. Now, I've avoided looking. Now, we're going to get to game stuff, of course. That's what we talk about on this show. But, it's Friday, fuck it. And there's some news that's breaking. I'd like to see. The Department of Justice has released some Epstein files. They haven't released them all, though. I guess there's one with Bill Clinton and some mystery woman. I mean, it doesn't show anything, but, clearly he was swimming in a hot tub pool thing with, looks like some underage girl, and that Maxwell woman, she don't look like she's wearing a stitch clothes. Great, release them all. A lot of people who are politically minded will say, oh, well, you guys just want to do this to get Trump. It's like, no, if Clinton fucked kids, his ass needs to be thrown in goddamn jail. So, all of them do. Whoever, I don't like the fact that they're not all out. I don't like the fact that his secretary or his chief of staff is like, oh yeah, I saw Trump's name in the files, but suddenly they're not all out today. Come on, we know what's going on. But there you go. So I don't know if you guys have seen any salacious photos besides the Clinton ones, but if anybody's got any that we want to look at and talk about, send them my way, because, these people are crazy. They're all fucking crazy, man. All these goddamn politicians. Can't stand them. Hello, Miss Anna G. Right. Machine says, remarkably, the files will have absolutely no mention of Trump anywhere. I mean, We're fucked. We're doomed, boys. We're doomed. It was a good run. Thanks, America. It's been a blast. I played a demo today. I want to say, I don't know who recommended it to me, but I played a demo today that I liked very much called Holston. It's coming out next year. It is very strange and interesting. I'll put it up on the screen. I'll show you guys a little bit of it. It's kind of cool. It's not like, the world's most amazing game or anything, but it's an isometric kind of Silent Hill game, but it also allows you to go into third person over the shoulder. And it feels kind of like a cross between like Out of This World or an adventure game, but it also obviously feels like Silent Hill and Resident Evil. I recommend this demo. I don't know if you can find it anywhere else, but it's certainly on Steam right now. And it's a meaty demo. It's good. It's not translated yet. So it's all in Polish, which, Polish to the ear isn't like as pleasant to American ears as other languages might be off the bat. So it's a little, especially when they start playing Polish music, it's a little grating, but I very much recommend it. It's very enjoyable. It's very neat. And I like it. Let me know what you think. It's called Holston. It may be on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch as a demo. I don't know, but it's definitely over on Steam. So there you go. Let me know what you think if you get around to playing it. It's pretty cool. Look, I will tell you I was on Steam earlier today, as I am wont to do a lot. I would say Steam is, I know it's not a console, but Steam has become my favorite console. Game Pass, GeForce Now, but I'll just say, because most of the games you still have to own, so whether you have them on Game Pass or not. So let's put them on. I would say my two favorite, they're digital consoles, but the places I love to play the most are Game Pass and, more importantly, Steam. Steam, if you haven't really gotten on Steam because you're more of a console guy, I think the world of it. There's a community there. You can personalize it. The reviews are there that you can write and you can read, and you can have message boards for every game, tons of game. It's just a wonderful platform is what it is. And it's really hard to go back. I was playing my PS5 the other night, playing some Unicorn Overlord, and you can go to that. I don't know what they call it, but it's kind of like the news feed and your friends feed and what they're doing and all that. PK, it's not. What I love about this is this world is just mad right now. I'm literally sitting here right now telling you what I like about it and what makes it special to me. And PK types, it's just a storefront. No, bitch, it's my favorite platform digital console of the year. That's what we're talking about. That's the topic. It's not just a storefront. It's just a storefront as much as any movie in the world is just a movie. Any video game console in the world is just a console, sure. But or Disneyland's just a theme park. Yeah, it's just a web page. It's good. It checks tons of boxes. I still think they were morons for banning certain games and having just like a draconian level of, they won't ever revisit things, it seems, like this horses game. But no, I think it's delightful. If Jaffe gets in a better mood, I'll like the stream. I'm in a good mood. I'm just tired of putting up with horse shit. I love PK, but I'm tired of putting up with horse shit from people. Yeah, it's only a model. It's only. Think about how rude that is. And I'm not like, oh, my feelings are hurt, but and I like PK. I like PK, but it's like our ability to connect and communicate with other people is so crazy. It would be like, imagine in real life, you go to a Christmas party this weekend, and someone's like, oh, hey man, what's been up? Oh my God, I really just got into racquetball. I'm playing it. I'm loving it. I might actually enter some competitions. It makes me really happy. It's just a stupid game. It's just a game. What? Well, What? What an asshole. I wasn't being negative. You took it as negative. Yeah, you were being negative, and it's your right to be negative, but you wrote, it's just a storefront. So you don't get to walk that one back, bitch. You were being negative, and that is fine. You have a right to be negative. You have a right to come here and be negative. But I'm not going to not mention it, but don't now try to, backpedal and go, I want to be negative. How could the comment when somebody was just raving about something they love, it's just a X? You were trying to deflate it. You were trying to take the sparkle off my shine. You were trying to take my inner child and RAPE that inner child. That's what you were trying to do. You goddamn right, David Seeger. David Seeger says, you mean people on the internet don't comprehend social decorum? I guess not. Zach says, hey, listen. Hey, Zach procrastinates. We don't see you around these parts much anymore. Nice to see you, buddy. He says, Steam over the last 3 years has become my platform of choice, and the effort they did to improve the UI and the ability to jump between PC and Steam Deck is fantastic. Absolutely. It's great service. Well, although be aware, Zach, it's just a storefront. Shut up! Eternal Money. You poor thing. Eternal Money, I'm not in the mood tonight. I'll fucking ban your ass so fast. I've seen you all this passive-aggressive shit in the chat. I'm not in a bad mood, but I'm in a fighting mood. So if you guys want to fight, now's the time. Let's get at it. I like the machine says, I call everything and everyone just a storefront. You goddamn right. Okay. You know what I want to play, though? You know what I might come home and play after I get back tonight? I got to play Die Hard. Somebody was asking where I'm going to play Die Hard. I just played an emulation. I'll just play it on my browser. There's an emulated version. But I really do want to play Demon School, this kind of Persona Light, Persona 1 and 2 Light. It looks really cool. It's got great reviews, and I think it's something I might fire up over the weekend and play. Again, game on Steam. I don't know where else you can get it, but it's I like tactical stuff. I like these kind of narratives, like tactical demon stuff. It's pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to it. It's got some great reviews. So Steam has made, says Keldo, PC gaming a worldwide phenomenon. Before that, PC gaming was so niche. It was. It absolutely was. I mean, and that's why you still have people coming in and going, why they come in and they're like, oh, no, I don't like PC gaming. It's too difficult or whatever. And I'm like, dude, it's really not now with Steam. By the way, Gun says I missed yesterday's free game on Epic. I'm not one of these Epic Game Store haters at all, but I don't go there near as much as Steam. But here is the Epic Store. I will show you. Right now, I want to clock in every day and see what my winter gift is from Fortnite. However, what are the free games today? Eternites. So every day up until I don't know a certain thing, they're giving away gifts. So I'm going to claim this. I want this. Holly Paw Wrap. I don't know what the fuck that is, but sure. Okay, hang on a minute. Yep. I'll make sure no credit card shit's popping up. And then I want to see what we got in Fortnite. All right, there we go. There's our buddy. Lathan W has given $5. There's only 5 more bucks to go. And whoever gets us over the top for that first 10 will put us into a new background, whatever you guys want it to be, as long as it doesn't break terms of service. Thank you, Lathan, for kicking it off. We appreciate it very, very much. Morgan says that you can get Demon School on Switch, and she also says Eternites is a Korean action RPG Persona game. I'll probably never play that. So what was the person saying? And if you play any of these games, all this is free as well. Just giveaways, skins, shit like that. What was the person who said you missed yesterday's game? What was the game yesterday? I'm curious. The rumor is they're giving Red Dead Redemption away on the 31st. I don't even think that's a rumor. I think that's true. I think that's been announced. At least the press has reported it. Oh my God, Fortnite, stop updating all the fucking time. Every fucking day. I literally updated it yesterday. It takes forever. God knows why. And I'm just like, I just want to see what I got for the Winterfest, because every day you get to open a present. Yesterday I got a cool kind of, whatever those things that you use to break shit with. I got one of those. And now it's like, oh, you want to come back in? Man, we're 54%. Fuck you. I'll come back if I have time, if I remember you. I was excited to show that. Yeah. Oh, Hogwarts Legacy was free. That's true. That's true. Is that right? Fortnite's just a storefront, says Mark. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Dr. Gonzo, you have the flu? I don't need a hug. I don't need a hug. I'm in a good mood. Shut the fuck up. I'd be in a better mood if you guys were super chatting and subscribing and buying merch, but I'm in a good goddamn mood. Didn't Sweet Tooth signature already get given away? Yes. It did get gotten away. It got mailed away, as did Captain Loudpack's design document. So hopefully it will be there. Both those will be there before Christmas. I can do another one. If we get up to 100, I'll give away the Mr. Grimm one. If anybody wants it, I'll put you on the wheel. And that'll include the background. Jaffe, you see any reason to get a Steam machine? I really do. I really do see, and I may get one. Man Cave says, Jaffe, do you see any reason to get a Steam machine? So, I don't know what too expensive is, but as people know who watch the stream regularly, I have started, bed gaming again. Like when I moved and redecorated and moved things around, I finally got another TV, and I haven't had a TV in my room, in my bedroom in ages. And so I usually just play here, on computers and stuff. But I fit, I'll put the PlayStation 5 and the TV here. And I've been really enjoying the console game experience on, again, playing, every night I go to bed and I get a couple of battles in of Unicorn Overlord, and it's delightful. So once I had that experience again, now I'm like, yeah, I do have a lot of interest in the Steam machine, because the best games are on it. The variety of games are on it. The community's better over there. So 100%. I'll wait for the price. Frankly, I'd rather just stream to my TV because, in 2, 3, 5 years, the Steam machine's going to be old. But I definitely think getting PC games on my television in the bedroom is a pretty good goal for me for the next month, because I love that shit. As to whether it's going to do well or not, I have no idea. It depends on the price, the marketing, if they have any, let's put it this way. Game Pass should have done better than it did, but they seem to have very little interest, even today with the stupid ads they do, of communicating why it's so great. The Steam Deck, if they don't explain to people, yeah, you're going to get a new God of War, you're going to get a new Mario on those other systems, but let me tell you why Steam is so fucking great. And you can still get a lot of those games on PC eventually. So anyway, whatever. So I'm excited for it, but there's a lot of TBDs at the moment. Jaffe says, break the loop. When you were in the middle of a game dev project, did you take time to play games and feel you had a sense of the zeitgeist, or you tunnel visioned on the project? Mostly tunnel visioned. I was always playing games, always. And I was always playing the biggest games and things like that. But I didn't play near as much as I play games when I'm not working on games. And so, I will say I was a very lucky person when I made games and was successful, because to make games today, I would have to put a lot more thought into what the zeitgeist is. But when I was making, I had a run for about 10 years there. And everything I made was just something I wanted to play. And there was enough of an audience that it was quite profitable. But I never went out of my way, other than play testing, to go, is this too hard? Is this confusing? So I would play games because I enjoyed them and I was curious, but it wasn't so much to like research and things like that. It was a little bit of that, but it was just more like, oh, everyone's talking about this game, I'll play that. I want to win a signed Twisted Metal Relic of the Old. Okay, well, first off, Total Package, thank you so much. We're at $10. If you want to change the background, tell me what you want it to be. As long as it doesn't fuck terms of service, you can have it. If you don't care about changing the background, give it to somebody else or the next. Actually, no, it's your call. If you don't want to change it, fine. The next $10 changes it. But are you saying you want to be on the wheel to win the Mr. Grimm thing? Are you saying you want to be one of those Is that what you're asking or saying? I'm not entirely sure what your message says or how it says it. Okay. I loved your hug, Anna. Thank you for the hug, buddy. I appreciate it. I very much appreciate it. Hang on. Okay, so you want? Okay, I'm gonna start a new wheel then. Let's start a brand new wheel. And once we get to $100, we will spin it, and I'll send that out. Actually, it's $120 because I'm including packaging. Once we get to $120, we will spin it. We're at $10 right now, but also every $10 changes the background. Let me do a brand new wheel, and we will get you on there. New wheel, and it is total package. Every $5 gets you a slot. Total package. If you want to just get toe, I know who it is. It says Toe Talk, but David Seeger, Mr. Grimm, baby, keep the background the same. All right, thank you, buddy. Seeger goes on there twice. David Seeger, and he don't want to change that pretty background, and he wants to be on the wheel. You got it, buddy. David Seeger kicks us up to $20. We are playing the Lord's game. All right. Thank you, buddy, for that. Thank you, buddy, for that. What do you mean Arcane? I saw there was an interview with Harvey Smith, who used to run Arcane, real talented designer. But, I haven't, I was disappointed that Redfall failed because I thought it was a pretty good, goddamn cool intellectual property. Wasn't a great game, though. Wasn't a great game. Okay, total package. You want Tommy Wiseau from The Room for the background? I can give you that, baby. I can provide that. Okay. All right, let's get him up there for you, baby, 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 baby. Do, 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 do. All right, here we go. I want a big one, though. We got to get a big one in there. Size. All right. Let's do this one, and then open. Here we go. Do. There you go, buddy. Star fail. Shut up. It was great. It was great. I love Starfield. I'm very much excited for 2.0. I put up a video about it today, actually. So, Break the Loop is talking about the Weird West game. I have never played that game. I always hear that game is really good. There's a game called Weird West. And then Prey, everybody, Mutant Mode, tells me it's amazing. And I haven't played it yet. I really want to. I haven't, I own it. Haven't made the time. Hey, Total Package. Thank you for the super chat. He says, another spot for the sign Grimm, please. You got it. Now it's Total Package. We got ourselves a battle here. Total Package is up on the wheel. $5 more to change the background and put yourself on the wheel to win this. And if you want it signed, I'm happy to sign it. Mr. Grimm, and it comes with a little base stand. I don't fucking know. Okay. Okay, wait a minute. So, Nugget, you're saying that the people who made Arcane, Harvey Smith and his team, they have funding for another game, and it's going to be another immersive sim? I think that's great. I did not like Dishonored. I really didn't. I didn't think it was a good IP. I thought it was obnoxious and slow, but I love Deus Ex. I love Harvey's design sensibility. I just didn't like that particular intellectual property that they were messing around with. But, no, they're not making Blade. Arcane France is making Blade. It's still, Arcane is still a thing, but this was Arcane, the original one, which I think was Austin. I didn't like Dishonored, but I mean, it's not that it was bad. I clearly recognized and appreciated it. Maybe I should go back and try it, but I just didn't like the world. I just didn't really appreciate it just felt a little too ponderous for me. But yes, the guy who made Weird West was one of those guys. I'm not saying Harvey Smith did it. I'm not saying Arcane did it. Mouse PI, you're hoping Mouse PI has immersive sim stuff? I don't think so. I mean, I'm not saying you don't hope that. I agree. But I've never heard anything that suggests that it does. It looks just more like a pretty fun shooter, hopefully. Let's see what else we got. We got stuff going on, baby. Speaking of immersive sims, listen to this one. Skin Deep is an immersive sim for sickos. Yeah. A Die Hard inspired stealth game where you're not a walking pile of guns that shoots down everything. You are a fragile bag of meat. It mashes up Far Cry 2, Mark of the Ninja, No One Lives Forever, and Die Hard. And I guess that this is already out, right? This kind of came out, but I've never even heard of Skin Deep. But there it is right there. Skin Deep has the distilled essence of the immersive sim. You're an impeccably named insurance commando, Nina Pasadena. Take on space bandits with more than a John McClane can-do attitude. Toss a can of hairspray at an enemy and they'll be engulfed in flammable gas. Sounds pretty good. This is already out? What is this? Who's heard of this? Let's see if this exists right now. Is this out already? Skin Deep Steam. Let's check this shit out. It looks like Ellen DeGeneres. It's already out. Okay, what are the reviews? Okay, all right, okay. Very positive. Came out earlier this year. Let's watch a trailer together as pals do. Here we go.
Nothing left.
She's getting away.
Target just entered ventilation shaft.
Ventilation shaft purge. Leave vent immediately.
Kind of cool.
Purge complete. Good job, everybody.
Okay, but tell me it's not multiplayer. I don't want multiplayer. Oh, Annapurna?
Nina.
What the fuck am I looking at? What is this?
As this ship's premium insurance policy, your mission is to free all members of the crew from the pirate incursion. Due to limitations in the freezing process, equipment must be procured on site. Meow Corp has authorized all necessary property damage.
There's someone on board. Everybody, check in.
Alpha here.
This concludes your insurance commando orientation.
Charlie
You've heard great things?
Delta here.
I've never heard of this. How have I not? I hear of every game. How have I not heard of this?
Crew, looking good.
Nina, I heard
Slacking,
you're getting
boys.
back in the game.
Who are these people?
These pirates.
Who are these
regenerate.
people?
What do I do with the head?
Flush her head down the toilet.
I'm doing something personal, Lion. One job only.
Show yourself.
I want Nina Pasadena dead.
Is everyone ready to fight?
Cool.
We'll go with you to the end, Nina.
Get me to the refractor!
It's too dangerous.
Danger.
Now, I want you to think about this.
Enjoy the ride.
This is a game. Now, again, I don't know how well this did because it's already out. But this is how you do it, Haven Studios. Even though I know Eternal says why release a trailer with alpha footage. I don't know if it's alpha footage. It may have been early access, but the point is, you can make a game like this, like Fair Games, put it out, see if it works. If it does, throw money at it. Sony has got to learn. They'll learn eventually. They'll be financially forced to learn. The fact that Sony doesn't have a whole group of these kind of games that they're just throwing against the wall with good, talented teams, waiting for something to stick, and then they start putting more money in. That's the way to roll today in 2025, 2026. It'll cost you $12. I'm going to pick it up. I'll be playing it this weekend. I'll do a little more, look at some reviews, but yeah, I don't want to view my cart, but I'll add it to my cart. That sounds cool. Film Gamer's been a member for 28 months. Calypso's Cult. I started playing Warhammer Space Marine 2 today, and I'm addicted to it. Never touched anything Warhammer related, but I'm glad I gave it a shot. Might try the tabletop game in the future. Really? That's very interesting. Here's what I'll say about that is that I didn't love Space Marine 2. I don't know why. I just could not get into Space Marine 2, but most people fucking adored it, said it was one of the best games of last year. But I think it's pretty cool that it is getting you into that universe. I have never, that universe, I have never really kind of, I've appreciated it, but I've never been like a big fan. But it is cool that that's gotten a lot more people into it. Those guys just licensed the fuck out of Warhammer. There's like a car combat game, a flight combat game. There's like 2 RTSs. It's crazy, but that's good. I'm glad you liked it. Listen to this. JD says, but imagine what a $400 million budget could do for it. Not a goddamn thing. If it's not fun, the way you do it is make this, put it out. If it dies on the vine, what have you wasted? $4 million, $5 million bucks? But if not, then you start spending the money. Then you start marketing it. That's how you do it. Yeah, that's what I think. Am I into the Neverhood? You mean the Mark Tenapel thing? I mean, I played you're talking about the Claymation game from back in the day? I played the Claymation game from Tenapel Studios, from DreamWorks Interactive. I liked the look of it. I didn't think it was a very good game. I thought the puzzles were fine, but it was kind of like whatever. So, I'm aware of it. It's on my radar enough to have a conversation about it, but I'm not really, I don't know much really about it. Welcome, Dr. Gonzo. Not welcome, it's Gonzo. 44 months, he says, have you heard of I Am Your Beast? I loved it. Yes. I Am Your Beast is the game that's like you're being hunted, and I think it's almost like each level you only have, is it like you only have one bullet? And it's almost like an over the shoulder or a first person Hotline Miami, but it's much more limited, but it's fun. But it wears its kind of puzzliness on its sleeve. And I think in that, for me, after about 6 levels, it stopped feeling like I was having this adventure, and it just kind of started feeling like puzzle number 7, puzzle number 8, But I might go back to it. I think it's on, I think right now you can find this on Steam, right? But what I played was really cool. Remind me what the gimmick, not gimmick like it's a negative thing, but what's the gimmick on this? Is it that you have one bullet, or is it that you have like a limited amount of time, or you can only get another bullet if you kill one person? So it becomes this kind of, every shot has to count. It's something like that, right? Like you can like freeze time or rotate the camera. There's something about it it's beyond just a shooter, which I think makes it really cool and puzzly, but it kind of locks it into being a puzzle cadence, which I don't really like. But I thought it was very, very cool. Very, very cool. But yeah, this is it. This is I Am Your Beast. It's a score chasing game, says Gert. Yeah, but what do you mean? I mean, it's not just like get 100 points and you can move on. I don't believe so. This is that game where, like, I remember I was coming out of the forest and there were some guys sitting around a campfire, and I hit whatever the button was and it kind of froze everything, and you have to kind of like, you have a moment to be tactical about what you shoot first or something. That's what this is, right? I think I have this. I should try this. Maybe I'll try it on stream today to kind of remember what the fuck it is. But I remember thinking it's cool. Yeah, thank you for that, Dr. Gonzo, and thank you for all the support. Speaking of support, let's go. Let's get some super chats. Let's get some donos. Let's get it rolling. We can change this hideous background for only $5 more. And right now, there's only 4 people on the wheel to get an autographed version of Mr. Grimm's Melts Pop that I will put in the mail. I don't know if you'll get it for Christmas, but it'll go in the mail tomorrow. Hopefully you will. Hopefully you will if you want it. All right. Moving on. We're going to get back to games, but I have to say this. This was a heck of a story. Rob Reiner, obviously dead. Son kills him, and his wife. And apparently he had been diagnosed with schizophrenia, and he had been put on some new meds, and Reiner was at the party saying, I'm really scared of my son. I think he's going to hurt me, and blah, blah, blah. And there was a big blow up at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party. Everybody knows this. But the news coming out today, though, and again, this is a game stream, but, it's Friday, fuck you, is that apparently there were people there who heard this guy, what's his name, Nick Reiner, talking and losing his mind and just being a total douchebag and a creep. And it got so bad that they were like, hey, we're going to call the cops. And Conan was like, no, it's my house. It's my party. I don't want to break up the party with cops. Don't call the cops, right? And suddenly, I don't know why that's my head in the background. I don't have a fucking clue what is in the background. And obviously now we know what happens. If they would have called the cops, they probably would have, had this guy, in some sort of holding tank for the weekend. And Rob Reiner and his wife would still be alive. And I don't think Conan should be carrying any guilt. I hope he's not, right? There's no way. There's absolutely no way that Conan could have known that's what was going to happen. So I hope he's not carrying that guilt, but some people do. I didn't see that. Mark Arnold, he says Bill Hader apparently stepped in and he flipped out. I know that Bill Hader and this guy, Nick Reiner, had words and stuff, but I don't know if Hader kind of told him to get fucking lost, but I don't know if anything happened beyond that. But what a douchebag. What a douchebag. Then again, he's sick, but he, still doesn't make up for what he did, but he's sick. So I'm sympathetic, but fuck this guy. Jaffe, if you were invited by Sony to work on God of War franchise again, says Planet Games, would you accept? And what would be your idea for the future? Send a shout out to Brazil. Brazil, I love you. Why is that the accent? I don't know. Shut up. Hello, Brazil. I did read that nugget that I read that Nick kept going around asking people if they were famous or something. Would I work with Sony on it? Yeah. I mean, obviously things have to depend. It depends on a number of things. I don't think they'd want to work with me, but if I got a call from Scott Rhodey or I got a call from, somebody I liked over at Sony Santa Monica and they're like, hey, would you be interested in consulting or, come work for a month for us and just give us feedback? I don't think they'd ask for me to do that, but sure, that'd be fun. Okay. Did they say Howie offed his parents? Yeah, he stabbed them multiple times in the throat. And then there's a lot of these rumors going around now that, there's all these fucking rumors about everybody who hates Hollywood. The MAGA movement thinks Hollywood is filled with pedophiles. And it's like, okay, I think Hollywood's as filled with pedophiles as any other place. The church is filled with pedophiles. Small town is filled with pedophiles. Republican Party, the Democrat. It's tragic, but they think it starts and ends with Hollywood. And apparently, I don't know where I was going with that. Why am I talking about pedophiles and Rob Reiner? Oh, right, because people are now saying, oh, well, Rob Reiner. There's kind of this rumor now based on Al Franken roasting him back in the day, that Reiner passed his kid around Hollywood to, be utilized. And I don't have any evidence of that. I don't think that's true. I certainly, I have more evidence than most. People always accuse Tom Hanks of being a pedophile. He may very well be one. But I've actually, seen him a couple of times with his kids when his kids were small. He seemed like a nice, normal dad to me. But then again, whatever. Who knows? But the point is, though, this stabbing, if you think back to those Menendez kids, I mean, it's kind of crime of passion-y. I mean, he could have just been, like it said, he's schizophrenic, and they feel he was having an adverse reaction to his meds. So it may have just been that. But usually when you stab someone, and especially when they're them and they're your parents, and it's not just like, I'm trying to end you, but I'm furious with you. Then you get that kind of crime of passion. Multiple stabs in the throat of both his mom and dad. Let's put it this way. I hope, God forbid, but I hope it was the fucking meds. Because if it wasn't, then maybe these people are right. Maybe these fucking people are right. That, the Reiners, as much as their facade were delightful, maybe they weren't. But I don't have any evidence of that. I hope that's not true. I don't have any reason to think it's true. But that's some shit, man. Sad thing is, says Nubs, I can see my brother doing that. Yeah, I mean, look, mental health is a super important thing, and you know, people, even when you care, even when you fucking care, and you do all the due diligence, it's still really hard. You can't fix somebody who isn't ready to be fixed yet. You just can't. I think most people, by the time you get to 30, you've known mentally struggling people, and you know you love them and you're there for them, but you can't change them. You can't love that disease of mental illness away, unless it's because it was from neglect. Then you could have. Emmanuel, thank you for the super chat, buddy, knocking us up to $30. Thank you. Hey, Jaffe, do you think we'll get to the point of having 1 terabyte games in the future, and what would it look like conceptually? Well, first off, thank you for the super chat. There's the puppy. Thank you for the super chat. If you want to go on the wheel to spin to win, I'm only mailing it to America, though, just because shipping costs. But if you'd like to win a signed Mr. Grimm Melts action figure, whatever the fuck this thing is, let me know. And if you also want to change the background, you have tipped us over the $10 amount, so we can get rid of Tommy Wiseau if you want, and I'll put whatever you want up there as long as it doesn't break terms of service. So the 1 terabyte thing. I mean, now, if you're talking about the amount, like you're just talking about the memory, like the amount of data to make the game is 1 terabyte, in which case I assume you're talking about textures and mostly art assets. What I would assume, first off, yes, but most things by that point are going to be streaming. And even if you're not streaming all the game, you'll be streaming the textures, or at least in part, like a lot of games do now, like Call of Duty does. You're playing the game, but textures are streaming in, and the textures change over time. But I imagine if you're mostly putting your terabyte into art assets, it probably just means that you're going to have, you know, if you have a screen that can relay that level of fidelity, it's gonna be better to look more and more realistic, I assume. But yeah, I think we will. But I think by that point you'll get them streaming in over your TV versus a console that has a terabyte of RAM basically to pump the textures into. What's up,
Jaffe?
Yeah,
You're live on
YouTube.
David Jaffe Games.
Yeah,
How's it going so far?
good.
What's the goal for tonight?
Well, we're basically every $10 we change the background. Right now we just got we crossed that threshold, and I'm waiting for my good friend Emmanuel to tell me if he wants to change the background and if he wants to get on the wheel to try to win the Mr. Grimm. And you know, it's pretty interesting.
Well, Conan's at fault for a lot of things.
Are we buffering again? Have you been buffering on your stream?
Not so much. You use a different version of OBS than I do, so I don't
Maybe I need to get off of Streamlabs.
Streamlabs is a web-based application, right?
No, that's Talk Studio you're thinking of. But
OBS. $5 from.
Okay, I got to work now. What are you doing?
Oh, what do you want from the store? Me and Sir are gonna go.
Are you going right now?
Yeah.
Do you know where my wallet is?
No, but I'll find it.
It might be out on the front. I'm good. I'm going to go shopping tomorrow. So just, you know, if they have potato wedges, I'd love some potato wedges.
Okay.
Thank you. In Machine, was the son's behavior a reaction of meds or a result of him not taking the meds and stopping suddenly? Well, again, we don't really know. Somebody knows, but all I know from what I've read is that he had been put on new meds. He had recently been diagnosed with schizophrenia, and he wasn't responding great to the meds. And in that, this may have been an episode of that. I mean, he had struggled with mental health issues, and he had struggled with drug addiction since he was a young teenager. But like Darth Nugget says, he was also an addict. So meds mixed with hard drugs, who knows? Yeah, there's no way to really know. No, please tell me about the buffering, because it means, you know, Tech brought up Streamlabs. So my goal this weekend is to stream on OBS again, not Streamlabs OBS. That could be causing it. And my other goal is to check on the router. And if not, Monday we're dealing with fiber is what we're going to be doing. Okay, so right now I need to know if M-Machine wants to go on the wheel. And I also need to know if Emmanuel wants to change the background. So that's where we're at. If anybody can see if they've already mentioned that, let me know. Okay. Okay. Sorry off topic, but I need your help, says Jacob. I spent 4 hours with my friend's kids, and I'm exhausted. I just want to sleep. My wife wants kids. What do I do? I don't understand. You don't know how to make them? You put your penis in her vagina. Or are you saying... I don't understand what you're saying. Are you asking me... Your sentence isn't very well... I don't know. Please concentrate and ask again. I'm not sure what you're saying. Okay, so Eternal Emmanuel wants to keep the background, but he wants to go on the wheel. I can do that for you, sir. How much did Emmanuel? Was it a 5 spot? Let's see. Machine's got a 5 spot. Emmanuel's got a 5 spot. Okay, let me put you on the wheel, Emmanuel. Emmanuel Kant. I almost said cunt, but I didn't. Emmanuel AI. And then if Machine wants to go on the wheel, I can do that as well. It's the wheel for the second melts thing is what that... Oh, this one. Mr. Grimm. It'll be signed if you want it. Okay. Okay. All right, let's move on. But yeah, let me know. There's some open... Okay, so Machine wants to be on the wheelie. You got it. All right, you are on the wheel now. And once we get to 100, the wheel right now stands, if you're curious, at... We've got Total Package twice, David Seeger twice, Emmanuel AI, and M Machine. We will spin it when it gets to $100. The more you spin, the more chances you get to win the prize. Okay. How did you handle your kids as they grew up? I'm exhausted spending time with them all day. They constantly go into danger. Yeah, well, okay. So, yeah, I mean, having children is not for everyone. So, but, you know, if your wife wants them and you don't, is the only reason you don't is you were okay with it. Now you're worried about how tired it'll make you. It'll make you tired as fuck. Oh, Anna, you're on the wheel too? All right, I'll put you on the wheel. I trust you. Anna G. But that's okay, right? I mean, I was ready for kids. I wanted to have kids. I loved playing with them and doing things with them. I love playing with them and doing things with them now. So, you know, but make no mistake, if you go down that road, you're going to be exhausted. Your career is probably going to suffer. As it should, to some extent, because, you know, your focus ideally will become your kids. And that's where, and I'm not saying I was like the best dad in the world, although I was pretty fucking good. I still had ambition and all that stuff, but, you know, you have other things that are also your priorities at that point. But yeah, they're going to cry. They're going to keep you awake. They're going to break your heart, but I love them. I just fucking adore my children. They're the best thing I ever did on this planet. And, you know, but that's not for everybody, you know. It's a good thing to think about. How old were you, says the Distrata, when you had your first kid? Well, thank you for the super chat, buddy. We appreciate it. Let me know if you want to go up on the wheel. Although Distrata just kicked us to $40. So also, if you want to change the background, let me know what it is, as long as it doesn't break terms of service. Thank you, Distrata. How old was I? I was 32, I think. I was 32 years old. And I got married, and me and my wife, she didn't want kids. I was like, I would love kids, but I can kind of fucking live without them if you don't want to have them. And she just kind of grew older and got to a point. I remember when it was. We went to Japan, and for some reason, what really stuck with her, she says, the kids over here are so much better behaved. And I'm so used to seeing all these asshole spoiled American kids, I didn't realize you could have really cool kids that are neat and fun and children, but they're not assholes. And then a few months later, she's like, let's have some babies. And I had to get a book to see how that worked. And then I'm like, oh, I can do that. And so, yeah, I was like 32, I think. Can we change the background to Bully McGuire? If you pay, you can. Right now, it's all in the hands of Distrata. And I also need if Distrata wants to go on the wheel. If you want to have a chance to spin for Mr. Grimm, you let me know, pal. You know what we're doing though? So we're going on the 23rd to drive to Utah to the cabin, but we're gonna stop in Vegas to sleep at some resort or whatever. And oh, I love Vegas. They have a movie theater, they have a food court, they have a buffet, they have gambling. I'm excited. And then we get to go have Christmas, and I'm going to get high up in the mountains. Rocky Mountain High. I'll probably do a couple streams if I can get a signal. You know, don't want to leave you high and dry on Christmas. What if you don't got nothing to do for Christmas? Well, we'll be there for you. We'll stream something for you. We'll hang out. Not everybody has stuff to do on Christmas. Some people get depressed. If you're watching the stream and you're depressed because it's the holidays, hit me with a 1. I want to talk about it. But I was 32, I believe, distraught when I had my first baby. I'll tell you what, Machine says Jaffe's going to get messed up. Well, these edibles just flatten the fuck out of me. And I took one last night to watch Terrifier 3, and good God, I mean, my whole day was just fucking wrecked because, you know, I had a weed hangover, which is, I didn't know was possible, but when those edibles, they are. If it's buffering, it's buffering. The only thing I will ask you guys about the buffering is this. If it's buffering, but you can still hear me, then I'm not worried about it. If it's buffering and the whole thing is freezing up and you can't hear, then I need to find a solve to that, because if that's the experience, it's useless. But most of what we're doing is talking, so it's audio. So K-Nubs and Not Largest Moose. Well, we got your back, boys. We'll do something. It may just me pointing the camera at my dumb face when I'm high as a kite on Christmas Eve up in the mountains, but we'll do something. We'll do something. Where are you going? Where did you get that? That's cool.
Do you think so?
I love it.
I don't know. Maybe Maria.
Maria? Yeah. Who the fuck's Maria?
The lady with cancer.
Oh, from Vegas. It looks great. I love that, kid. All right, you guys go. Have fun.
Okay, we're going to reenact Shawshank Redemption.
Have fun storming the castle. Bring me potato wedges. Okay. Wait a minute. When it buffers, the entire stream stops. Yeah, well, I'm streaming. I'm going to do the best I can. If it I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Tomorrow I'll try streaming in OBS and not Streamlabs, but it is what it is, as they say, and not much I can do about it. So hopefully you guys will stick it out, and if not, watch the video on demand. It won't buffer for you. Okay, so look, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change the background to who am I changing this to? What'd you say? Bully McGuire? Let me go to this channel. Let me go to this image, because I don't know what's going to come up if I Google Bully McGuire. I don't know who the fuck that is. 1 second. Bully McGuire. Oh, you mean... Oh, okay. Yeah, you got it, pal. You got it. Yeah, you got it, pal. Hang on. I can do that for you. I'll do that for you, baby. Hang on. I wish I could flip it, though, because I got it. Here we go. All right, here you go. Let's get. I didn't know they called him Bully McGuire. Let's flip this thing so you can see it better. Transformoto. Boom. There he is, boys. There he is, boys. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate it. Emmanuel dropping a 5 spot says, Jaffe, do you know Timothy Kane? He's an older game dev that does YouTube. Would be great if you guys could collab sometime. Thank you, Emmanuel, for that super chat. We appreciate it. I'll put you on the wheel a second time now if you want. I don't know him, no. I know he has gone back to work for Bethesda. He was a Fallout guy, one of the co-creators of Fallout. I don't know, because he's now a Microsoft guy. Is he going to be limited to who he can talk to and shit like that? I just don't know. But what I will tell you is, yeah, if he ever wanted to talk, he seems though like a very nice, psychologically stable fella. And I don't know if, I don't think I'm very brand safe for somebody who clearly, cares about how he presents himself. I'm not saying he's a liar and it's all performative. But he clearly is like, when I turn the camera on, I'm just going to be this version of Tim Kaine. And I think that's very professional and very wise, and I don't do anything like that. So, I am. Because what are you going to do? But yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. A nice game dev with a YouTube channel. What a concept, says Gun. Oh, I know. They said pimping ain't easy. I should have listened, said David K. Thank you for the super chat, David K. We appreciate it, buddy. And let me tell you something. David K is now on the wheel. And David K, if you want, you can change the background. You kicked us up to $50. You picked us up to $50. Tim Kaine is if you combine the game dev and a beard of Jaffe and the polite, well-spoken gayness of my brother Philip. Yeah, maybe. Although I don't think Tim Kaine and my brother would get along because my brother doesn't like video games. He never really, So look, if I ever get married, I won't ever get married again. But you gotta. If you're a gamer, if you watch this stream, you better marry somebody or hook up with somebody who loves games if it's a serious relationship, because you don't want to make that something you have to go off and do on your own. That's a wonderful thing to share with your beloved, your betrothed, your belle, your beau. But yeah, David K, let me know. We'll change the background. How are you not brand safe if people like Smash JT are? Is there actually true context? Well, I'm not brand friendly in the sense that, like, I don't know if, look, okay, I tell you what, if these fucking grifters out there like Smash JT has sponsors, maybe it's less about being brand safe. Here's what it is. I'm a small streamer compared to these guys, right? Like, these guys get 800 to 1,000 people depending on what they're talking about for a concurrent. And so they may make enough audience capture that some of the brands that are a bit edgy are like, yeah, it's worth it. Right. But they don't, my stuff is not brand safe and I'm not big enough to sort of push back against that. So I don't want to sell G Fuel and I would sell G Fuel and beef jerky, but I don't want to creator code, right? I'm not looking to do, what do they call that? Affiliate stuff? No, I'm not interested. Nothing's wrong with it, but it's like, I mean, you guys would have to eat a hell of a lot of beef jerky for it to make a dent. There you go. Yeah, Wicked, exactly. Getting with the gamer girl or guy, whatever you're into, is absolutely a holy grail, and I'm grateful I have it. Right, of course. What you got for Christmas for? You got a little hentai statue. That's what you're talking about, baby. That's some good stuff. Does Philip think games are for kids? No. I mean, he understands they're an art form, and he liked Uncharted and this, that, and the other. He just not really, he came up in the arcades with me. It's just not really what he does. Well, not being brand safe is a callback. I've been telling Jaffe he's not brand safe. Oh yeah, no, I believe that. So I'm sorry, did David K say what his background, he wanted to change his background to? Because every $10, whoever gets us over the $10 threshold, we change the background again. So right now, unless somebody, knocks David K off the perch, it's his background, but we got Bully McGuire going on right now. So, okay. Do you think playing more popular indie games might help? Not really. No. No, no. I have no idea what would help. And that's fine. We don't have to talk about it. I mean, I think about it all the time, but it's not your problem. You guys are here. I love that you're here. Thank you for supporting the show. But it is something I try to figure out all the time. Yeah, it's fascinating to me. The quicker you guys forget about Smash JT and the other grifters, the quicker your sanity. My sanity's fine, Tyler. I don't think about Smash JT. I mean, Smash JT occupies basically no real estate in my, okay, there's that, sure. But other than that, No, I don't think about him. Jaffe, how come you never invited Troy Baker after Indy? Surely he has some Harrison Ford stories or something. I just kind of got tired of interviewing. And I like Troy a lot, but I just kind of got bored with interviewing people. Like at some point, it's like a lot of it's the same questions. And, I just didn't want to. Not because I don't like Troy. Troy's one of my favorite people I've ever interviewed on this show. But I just, I'm a genuine guy, and if I'm not interested, I'm not interested. Like you gotta have done something pretty fucking crazy or pretty fucking cool that I want to interview at this point. Like I'll talk to Nick Reiner, right? I'll talk to Trump. But it's like, what was it like working on that game? What was your inspiration? I don't know. I don't care. Troy Baker's Mr. Sinister and Wolverine. I didn't know Mr. Sinister was in Wolverine. Cool. Both puppies. Oh, you guys are all snuggled up together. You're cute. Oh, they're the best. Dogs are the best. I'm talking about your species. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. I think you know what we're saying. I think you've been put here to watch over us. That's what I think. I love these things. Huggy Bear and their viewers just joined. Huggy Bear was a character on a TV show from the 70s called Starsky and Hutch. And he was kind of like a total stereotypical blaxploitation pimp on the streets where Starsky and Hutch, that were cops, of course, patrolled. Huggy Bear, good to see you, buddy. Huggy Bear's audience, good to see you, fellas and fleddies. Troy Baker is a horrible singer. What? I have no idea, but I like Troy. He's a really good guy. Really good guy. What do I think about the Naughty Dog Crunch rumors? I don't care. Good. Crunch. Crunch your asses off. Make that shit good. Nobody cares. I'm tired of it. Tired of people pretending. Nobody gives a shit. Yeah, everybody works hard at their job. Everybody fucking works hard at their fucking job. If they care, and if they care, we live in a capitalist society where if you care enough and you're smart enough, you'll make a shit ton of money. And if you don't, that's fine, but somebody else will, and then they'll buy their game. I'm tired of the performative pearl clutching of all this bullshit. That's one of the reasons I do stay off Twitter more and more every day. Oh, they're being forced to crunch. Oh, they're using AI. Oh, they decided to make a game and somebody on the team didn't agree with my politics about Gaza and Israel. Oh, shut up. We don't care. I care about the war crimes that Israel's committed. I care about Jews being safe in a country that is their country. It's debatable for some people, but I care about that. I care about workers not being exploited, and I care about games being great. It's not either or, and I'm tired of this fucking Twitter generation trying to convince everybody that there's a black and white. You don't know shit, you fucking child. You fucking Gen Z fuck. You don't know shit. It's never black and white, man. It's never black and white unless you're fucking sitting there on Twitter. You're a fucking... It's been so bad for our society. Listen to this. David K. says, I don't remember what my internal monologue voice sounded like as a child. Do you? No. But I mean, I assume... You mean like the actual audio stylings, like the pitch? I certainly had an inner monologue. David K., thank you for the super chat. You're back on the wheel. David K., you're running out of time. If somebody else puts in 5, they get to control the background. Do you want to change the background or not? But you are now on the wheel for a second time, David K., and we appreciate it. DAVIDK. Boom. There we go. Jaffe shocked his dog with a taser. No, Now, actually, I have done that. I absolutely have done that before. When we trained him, and fuck all of you people out there. This is the problem with the world. You think you know everything and what's good for everybody. Okay? Ace wore a shock collar for a short amount of time. We paid a very reputable and very good trainer in Encinitas. She has a farm there, no, Escondido, to train him. And he would get very aggressive when he was scared. And he would get aggressive with other animals when he was scared. And so he is a beautifully trained dog when he is not suffering from massive panic attacks. So, of course, it's cruel. But what's more cruel? Wayne says, this is what I'm saying about, this is when people come at me about being a parent of a trans kid. This is when people come at me about the dog. You don't have the data I have. Alexa, stop. You don't have the data I have. You don't have the experience I have. And it doesn't mean you're right in some situations. In his situation, the reason we took him to the best trainer we could find is he was out at a dog park and he raced out of nowhere. He had never done this before. He raced to a little white dog, picked it up, and started shaking it. And thank God there was no skin broken. There was no damage, but that's when we knew. So what's more cruel? Trying basically something that will shock him literally out of a panic attack and make him go, oh, right, I have to listen to the human that's giving me commands, or having somebody's innocent dog be killed and then we have to put this dog down. Right? I mean, that's what drives me crazy about people the older I get, is people don't have all the information, but they have no problem standing there all like, well, let me tell you what I know. Let me tell you something, Linda. You don't know shit about my situation. I don't know shit about your situation. So shut the fuck up. Not you, but you know. But anyway, he doesn't wear it now because what we ultimately realized was it wasn't something you can train out of him. It is something that it's like, this is who he is as a dog for whatever reason. And trust me, we spent like $8,000 on a behaviorist for a fucking dog. We had him on medicine. We had him on Prozac. We had him on CBT. It's called CBT, whatever this shit is. What are they called? CBD? What is the stuff they put in pot? Whatever that is. And I'm sorry, most trainers worth their salt will tell you what? You can't properly, oh, I see. Yeah, so we tried everything. And, you know, it didn't work. And what ended up working was realizing, oh, when he's stressed outside, because outside terrifies him, we can't, you know, all bets are off. So what you need to do when you take him out, I don't zap him. I have what's called a prong collar, and I have a normal collar. And he's not an inbred dog, you stupid fuck. What the fuck does the dog have a mental illness for? Because he accidentally got into a bottle of Adderall when he was like 2 and fucked him up. He almost died. I put my dog on Prozac after nothing else worked, Darth Nugget. You goddamn right I did. But he's not on it now because it didn't work. So anyway, all I'm saying is no. Now look. We are less than $50 away from spinning the wheel. You can win the Mr. Grimm signed Melts with its base stand. I'll put it in the mail tomorrow. You may get it before Christmas. Only ship in America, though. Come on now. And the next person to donate $5 or get us over to $60 gets to tell us what the background will be. Because I got to tell you, I don't mind Bully McGuire, but I'm ready to move on. Okay. You want Jay and Silent Bob, David K. Oh, okay. I understand. All right. I can do that. I like Jay and Silent Bob. Jay and Silent Bob. I like how they're listed as a musical artist. Let's get Jay and Silent Bob up there. We'll do some wallpaper, baby. There we go. There we go. All right. Open image. Boom, boom, boom. Make it big, you son of a bitch. Let me flip it. Is it this one? Yeah, hang on. Let's make it a little smaller. There you go. No, I want to see the whole image, man. We can't, well, I can't see, I can only see Bob. I want to see Jay and Silent Bob, man. Let's try this one. Open. Sorry. All right, there we go. There we go. Now we're off to the races. Blunt Man and Chronic, you goddamn right. Okay, so Wicked without weed, I usually can enter psychosis. Are you saying the movie Wicked? I haven't seen either one of those, though. Yeah, well, Machine, that's what I'm saying. I refuse to let those, here's what he says in the chat. He says, Machine says, I think this was one of those situations you should have maybe not mentioned the various interventions you tried with your dog. Too many rascals in the chat. Yeah, but listen, I refuse to be censored by this brigade of fucking Twitter morons and internet morons. Fuck you. I know you don't know who the fuck you're talking to. Not you, but are you out of your mind? What I just told you about my dog is valuable information about a dog and about raising dogs and training dogs and our experience and all this shit. And I don't give a fuck. I am so tired of these little wimpy bitches online, either party, that want to come at you and talk about, you shouldn't say that. Read the room. I'm Paris from, what's that show? Kind of Funny. I don't find your Xbox joke funny at all. Shut up. Nobody gives a fuck. Shut up. It was a joke. I'm the nicest guy you're ever going to meet. I didn't think it was funny that guy's dad died. I wasn't making fun of the guy's dad. I was making fun of his tweet. Yeah, well, this is not a good look. Shut up. Fuck. Not a good look. Your fucking cyber chair is not a good look. Your cyber, whatever the fuck, cyberpunk chair is not a goddamn good look. Paris. Okay. All right. Let's move on, shall we? What else is happening in the world of games? Check out. Oh, by the way, if you are playing Arc Raiders, which you should be, it's pretty fucking good. I will say I'm a little disappointed in Arc Raiders. Their Christmas update, I think, is kind of, I wanted it to be a little more festive. I've also been relatively uninspired by the Marvel Snap Winterfest. I'm like, come on, guys, put a little effort into it. But still, if you are grinding in Arc Raiders, they're giving you... they're giving 1,000 Raider tokens, which comes out to, I think it's $10. This is the actual currency that otherwise you have to pay with, real money with. And they're giving it out. Their whole player base is massive. Somebody calculated it and said, you're probably looking at it. What is $10 times? Well, it says it sold nearly 7 million copies. So if everybody who bought a copy steps up for their tokens, you're talking $70 million. $70 million. They could have. I mean, they're not actually not gonna. That wasn't a guarantee, of course, but they could have had 70 million. That's crazy. It's crazy. All the festive content went to the finals. I haven't played that in a long time. I appreciated it. Wasn't really my kind of game though. Steve and Steam is having a massive winter sale. If you didn't know, it's pretty good. Assassin's Creed Shadows is only going to cost you $20. Star Wars, what the fuck was that called with K Ness and Nick? Star Wars, whatever from Ubisoft, which I thought was fantastic, is only $20 right now. Actually, AC Shadows is $35. It's half off. That's pretty good. They got some good discounts running right now. So this is one of their, and again, so does PlayStation. PlayStation has a nice winter sale. But it's, Steam is, I don't know. Let's go over and see what the PlayStation Store, what are you going to buy at the PlayStation Store on their sale? PSN Store games, whatever. Let's see what we got, boys. Make sure I'm not Showing stuff I shouldn't show. Gotten in trouble before. I hear Outlaws update's pretty good. I mean, I played the first one. I never finished it, but I played it and I liked it. So, all right, here are your deals. Let's see what your deals are right now. Well, actually, right now, let me tell you something. If you want to know what the top games on PlayStation are right now and who doesn't, Marvel Rivals number 10, Diablo 4 number 9, Roblox number 8, Arc Raiders number 7. Number 6 is FC26, the soccer game. Grand Theft Auto is number 5, if you can believe it. Top 4 games going into the Christmas, last week before Christmas, Madden 26, Call of Duty, 2K, NBA 2K is number 2, and Fortnite's number 1. Wait a minute, where's Battlefield? Battlefield's not in the top 10 on PlayStation? What kind of nonsense is that? I'm not a huge fucking Battlefield fan, but that's, you can get Divinity Original Sin 2, the definitive edition, for 75% off right now on your PlayStation. It'll only cost you $15. That's a pretty good discount. That's a deep cut, as the kids like to say. Okay, so there's some good deals. But yeah, let's take a look at the... I want to play Yote. I know it's great. I just haven't gotten around to it. Let's see what the deals are right now. If you go over to Sony... okay, so their Assassin's Creed Deluxe is not a very good deal. What do we got? Days Gone. So, right. Okay, so Days Gone Remastered will cost you $30. Let's see what it'll cost you on Steam, though. Let's see. Hang on. Days Gone Steam. So if you buy it on PlayStation, it's $29.99. If you buy it on Steam, let's see. And I liked Days Gone. That was a good game. Days Gone over there will cost you $15. $15. Think about that for a moment. $15 you can get it, but if you go to the people who actually made it, they're only giving you... now, this one says remastered. I don't know the big difference there, but, maybe that matters. I don't fucking know. The point is, there's good deals. Michael Piatkowski says, Rob Reiner, All in the Family, we should be able to tell jokes. Right. I don't know what he's talking about. Yes, we do tell jokes. What are you talking about? Thank you, Michael. Thank you so much for that very generous super chat. I'm going to put you, would you like to go on the wheel to win the Mr. Grimm? Although it looks like you might be in Australia, which means I can't ship it to you. But thank you for that. We very much appreciate that. Thank you, buddy. Hello, Brad Skagg. What type of Tomb Raiders are the new ones? I'm confused. There's 2 coming out. Da Vinci. There's one that is kind of like a remake of the first, I think it's of the first one. But it's a remaster / remake, and then there's a brand new one coming a little bit later as well. So they're 2 different games, but they are traditional Tomb Raider style games. But they are. I saw something yesterday that said, they're making it for modern audiences, which obviously means you're probably going to have maps and HUDs and stuff. When I played the Tomb Raider 1 remaster that came out last year, I really liked it because it was really refreshing to play an adventure game where there were no HUD elements and no map. And even though, it was kind of difficult compared to what you're used to these days, it was more immersive. It was delightfully immersive, which I appreciate a lot. Made you feel like you were really going on the adventure. That gets lost when you start putting all that shit on the screen. But I know why they do it. I do have a better solve, but not at the moment that I can do anything with. So, I'm going to take a break. I'm not going anywhere, but we're going to put a trailer on for this game called Blackwood. By day, you run a DVD store in 2012 New York. By night, you're a ruthless assassin. That's a common, career jump. Blackwood is a cinematic third-person shooter with grounded melee combat, brutal takedowns, responsive gunplay, and a double life to manage. And it comes out less than a year. In 2026. Let's check it out together as pals do. This is Blackwood.
Late night?
Just finished. You?
Car trouble.
Damn, Anton. What'd you drive through? A war zone?
Maybe.
showing up when I'm closing.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What happened to your face?
Born that way. Is it a PS3 game? No, but it's an indie game. It might be made by one or two people, but
Today.
Put some ice on it. Good night, Anton.
fine by me.
All the way to the wall. He's around first. Digging.
Don's gonna sue somebody. That's cool. Yeah, so, we'll see how the game is. I like the fact that you have to manage your day life with all kinds of, you're working at the DVD store is pretty cool. There you go. All right. Yeah, summer 2026, wish list now on Steam. That's what I'm saying, baby. Now, again, if you are like our good friend in the chat, Wallace, who says, not Wallace, Emmanuel, who says this PS3 game, well, I get it. It's probably not going to be for you. But I don't know, man. I don't need my graphics to be any better. I'll take better graphics, but I don't know, man. When I'm playing a game and I'm enjoying it, do you guys really think about the graphics like that? It's super, but then again, I'm immersed in any game if it's good mechanics, so I don't fucking know. But I'm excited for this. I'm curious about this. We'll see where it goes. One Buff Weeb is in the chat. Always good to see One Buff Weeb formerly of Lolcow, but they're leaving like flies over there. One Buff's out, Rastov's out. What's going on over there? Something in the water. David K, thank you for the super chat. I die so often in games, yet assume I'm making correct choices in life most of the time. You're doing the best you can. You're doing the best you can, just like everybody else, David K. Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it. The best thing you can do is find a great therapist and get out of your head, man. You're probably a very creative, valuable member of our society that can bring people lots of interesting joy or thoughts with your musings. But you got to get out of your own way. Thank you, David K. We appreciate it. We are less than $2 away from being able to change the background if you want. David K. goes on the wheel an extra time, and we will spin it once we get to $120 for the Mr. Grimm Melts figure that I will put in the mail and sign if you are so inclined to have it signed tomorrow. Put down the weed. Clearly not good for you, David K. says Wayne. I don't know. Maybe that's the only thing that keeps him sane. Who the fuck knows, man? Okay. What else we got going on in the world? We got a lot going on, baby. I got a stacked show for you guys today. Hear about this? Listen to this. People got mad at these guys. You know this game, Code Violet, which looks pretty good. It's PlayStation only. They're not coming to PC. Game with sexy ladies fighting dinosaurs. Third-person shooter, kind of like Resident Evil 2 Remake meets Dino Crisis, right? I'll turn it down. I'll put the trailer on in the background as we talk, as pals do, while I tell you. So what these guys said, though, they said they're not coming to PC. And they said they weren't doing it because they didn't want their intellectual property. Hang on. They didn't want their intellectual property to be sullied by mods and whatnot. Hang on. I don't understand. Hang on. Are you guys here? Okay. And so fine. I mean, it's their game, it's their money. I don't give a shit. And that's excellent that they did that. Fine. But then and this does look good. I don't know if it is good, but it looks good. It looks kind of sexy and fun and dinosaurs. What could go wrong? But then you've got people online going, they're only doing it because they want to be able to sell costumes, and they're worried that if mods get in there on the PC, people won't be able to sell costumes, or they won't be able to sell costumes because you'll just get the nude mod from Nexus or whatever. And it's kind of like, yeah, probably, maybe. I mean, you got to weigh, is making it a PlayStation exclusive and not being on PC where a game like this could probably do really well worth it, worth the money you might lose on costumes? I don't know. But I also don't understand that, Call of Duty and Battlefield are on PC. And I don't see people running around in that game with modded costumes. But anyway, this is coming out, I think it's January 10th. And this is called Code Velvet, I think. And I think it looks like fun. I think it looks really, really cool. So Eternal says they recently delayed this game because of some QA issues that would have taken too long to sort with the deluxe edition. Silver lining is the $50 edition includes everything now. Cool. Why is she dressed like that? Because she can be. I think it's great. Darth Nugget says, I don't think that's the reason. They'd probably make more money selling the game than they would off cosmetics. They might just not want the game pirated. Yeah, it could be that too. Who knows? All that said, though, I don't care. I'll play it on PlayStation. It looks good. It looks really good. I hope it's good. People have been trying to make a Dino Crisis spiritual successor for a very long time. I like that it's super sexy Dino Crisis. See, this is what people don't understand about me. I'm tired of being misunderstood. I was talking about trans rights the other day, and people were tweeting like, Jaffe? That guy is pro-trans people? I'm like, who the fuck? How are you? And then I look at this, and they're like, what do you mean you like that? I thought you were super liberal. I am super liberal. I am super progressive. What? You can't like sexy fucking hot women? What are you, out of your goddamn brain pan? Is it out of context? It's totally out of context. But again, I think it's out of context in the same way that, you know, a Roger Corman movie can, you know, it's dumb. And I don't mean it has to be like wink, wink. We know, aren't we subversive? I hope they play it totally straight. I'm not looking for a game where you're shooting dinosaurs. I don't think it needs to be at the same level of groundedness of like The Last of Us, right? So I'm excited for this. I'm curious about this. Absolutely. Have I already shown the Halston trailer? I did. I played it today, and I very much enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I haven't finished it yet, but it's an absolutely fantastic demo that you can get on Steam right now. M Machine says, Jaffe, be aware, the devs who made that game are famous for being complete clowns. It's all been documented. They were console warring with their previous game that also bombed. Yeah, I don't plan on buying the goddamn thing unless it has good reviews or there's a demo I can play. But, you know, fuck it. I don't care. If it sucks, it sucks. I won't play it. Corman was a genius at marketing. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not knocking Roger Corman. What I'm saying, and by the way, I didn't even mean Roger Corman. I meant Lloyd Kaufman at Troma. But they're both marketing geniuses. They were both, you know, I mean, Roger Corman actually, you know, brought up some amazing film directors and stuff, but he also understood the business, and he also made very savvy choices about what he would invest in or find people to invest in. That's all I'm saying. So making a game with dinosaurs and hot chicks, what are you talking about? Fantastic. It's fantastic. Yeah, I like Lloyd Kaufman. Yeah, he's the head of Troma, if you don't know. Thanks for mentioning Magu Koch. I don't know who that is. Hey, thank you, baby. You can have all you want. You want to split them? Put them on a plate, and I'll eat the ones you give me. I don't want all of those goddamn things. All right. What are you guys going to do tonight?
Oh, do you know how we're going to get back into the house when you're gone for Christmas?
We'll talk about it. Should be easy. They have financial incentive up front. Oh, you're saying, yeah. They have financial incentive up front from some big company. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I don't give a shit. Do what they want. It's their game. I don't care. I'm just saying I thought it was funny that it made people upset with them. But then again, it's the internet, of course. Man, people are mad. People are mad about everything these days. Isn't anything nice happening in your life? Come on now. Look at this, Suit for Hire. Suit for Hire is a challenging action shooter, tactically blending weapons and martial arts to release beautifully crafted violence. Now this game comes out, it's already out. It has overwhelmingly positive reviews. I never heard of this. And this dropped into my radar today. And let's watch it together. Anybody ever played this goddamn game? Anybody ever played this goddamn thing? Look at this. This is called Suit for Hire. does look fun, yeah. I'd never heard of this before, though, man. Right? What the fuck is this? Who's to say? Not me. I'm in. I might pick it up. How much they charge for this thing? $8. Maybe we'll play that tonight on the show. God damn. I did. Did I see a patent that uses AI, Sony, to censor games in real time? I don't really understand it. I did see that news story, though. Because obviously, are they talking about people like in chat? Right? Like, and if somebody says, like, if they have the word fuck on the list, it'll censor it in real time? Or is it the game content itself? And if it is the game content itself, then it does get you thinking maybe they are going to try to run Steam on their next piece of hardware. Because if you're running it on a PlayStation, you're already in a walled garden. You wouldn't need a reason to censor it. It's not like they're going to allow, overt sexual hentai games on there. So I'm very curious about who is it for. Did they ever say what that was about or anything? Or because that's all I saw was the headline, and I was like, I don't really understand what that is, and I wasn't curious enough to care. But now that you might know, I'd be curious. By the way, as a reminder, here's what's happening. We're $2 away if you want to change the background. We are 7, 8, 9. I don't know how much we're. $50 away, I think, if we want to spin the wheel to get a Mr. Grimm toy out for Christmas for whoever wins. $5, get on the wheel. And I'm noticing a very low amount of super chats. I'm noticing a very low amount of gifted memberships. I don't understand. You want to keep this club exclusive? Is that what that's about? I understand that. Don't forget, though. Tomorrow, Calypso's Cult, all mods, both channels, and everybody above Calypso's Cult. Breakfast with Jaffe, we're bringing Mike Arkin on. We're going to play, we're going to talk about Die Hard Trilogy. He's producer on that, producer on Croc, the remake of Croc, done a lot of stuff in the industry. And we're just going to shoot the shit and hang out, and it's going to be a good time. That's tomorrow at 11 o'clock. But you got to be a member. Oh, that's the catch. But it'll go up for members in Diet Soda Soldiers and Diet Coke Commandos in a week, video on demand. Keep that in mind as well. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Let me tell you what I got coming up for this show. I got a couple of cool trailers I want to show. I want to talk about this Larian drama, not the AI thing, but about apparently it's a shitty environment to work in, at least according to some people. We're going to talk about that. And then I very much want to share with you the whole. Here's what I'll do. We already played it at the start of the show, but some people have piled in. I'm going to put the, this is kind of cool. There's one guy making this game. I'll show you that later. I'm going to put the Halston trailer on real quick. Because I have to run, honestly, I have to go put clothes in the laundry. So I'm going to go do that. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you this trailer. When I get back, we will move on to some other things. David K. says, I have food, shelter, work, entertainment, random women like me, and I'm well known by the Gabbin fandom. What more would have from me? I don't know. What more would you have from me? Nothing. You're great. Thank you for the super chat. We love you around here, buddy. And you were on the wheel an extra time. Thank you, buddy. David K., our good friend David K. I think you worry too much about things, David K. That's what I think. Eternal Harmony drops an 8 spot. Now, David K., you can change the back. Wait, who got us over the hump? David K. got us over the hump. So, David K., you can change the background if you want. Eternal Harmony, thank you for that very generous $8. Wait, am I doing the math right? No. David K. got us over, but then Eternal Harmony got us past the $80 mark with your $8 super chat. So you get to change the background. Eternal, what do you want? Here's a few coins for your bucket. Buy yourself the new game and reconsider your L take on Cory Barlog's Ragnarok. First off, thank you. Do you want to go on the wheel? Second off. Third off, I don't look at Ragnarok as Cory Barlog's. I thought Cory Barlog's God of War 2018 was fantastic. One of the best games that year. and aspects of it were brilliant in its narrative and how it reinvented the franchise. I just didn't like God of War Ragnarok. I thought God of War Ragnarok was beautiful. The music and the sound was incredible. The performances were incredible. There were some amazing sections of level design in that game. That game suffered to me because the pacing and the story wasn't that compelling. The characters weren't that compelling. So that's what I would fucking say. I'm trolling you, Jaffe. I love you. Now put my face on the backdrop. Can I get a bigger one? Otherwise, all I have is I don't really have your face. So if you want to tell me what to type to get your face, but I have a little tiny circle, is all I've got. Ragnarok says Nugget had better highs than 2018, but lower lows, not as consistent, therefore not as good. Yeah, I didn't stick around long enough to play it, to really understand it. I played for about 12 hours, and I'm like, I'm done. But I liked what I played enough to go, I appreciate the niceness of it, but thank you for that, though. We appreciate it, but you've just been passed. Drive-By Joe kicks us up to $90. You can go on the wheel 2 times. We are wheeling for the Mr. Grimm Melts. It can be signed if you want. It'll go in the mail tomorrow as long as I'm sending it somewhere in these United States of America. Yeah, there was a lot to love about the game itself. It's not a piece of shit game or anything. It's a compared to most people on the internet, my take on Ragnarok's a relatively nuanced take. I'm like, it's a piece of shit, man. No, it's incredibly well made. There's some great shit about Ragnarok. Are you kidding? But it was dull. The pace was, ponderous. But anyway, we're spinning for that. If you'd like to be on the wheel, Drive-By Joe, I'll put you on there twice, $5 to get on the wheel. We'll spin it once we get to $120. The other thing I would say is if you want to change the background, tell me what you want. You are now in charge of the background. Also, I'll go ahead and put you on the wheel if you're interested. But if not, I'll just spin it anyway. And if you win, we'll give it to somebody else if you don't care. Drive-By Joe is on there twice. Drive-By Joe. Okay. Here we go. I am going to show you guys the Halston trailer real fast. And then I'll be back and we'll continue on with the show. What do you think about that I just said? Sounds pretty good, huh? Wink. All right, here we go. Back in 2 minutes, boys.
Peggy 18. Maś. Wstrętna, wijąca się i oślizgła maś. Gdzie ja jestem, do cholery?
No jak to gdzie? W jeziornych kolonii. No nie wygłupiaj się.
Wiesz jak pogrywać ze szkodnikami, świeżak? O, widzę, że nie z byle kim skacze.
Bewka, czy zrobię jazdę próbną? Tam jest fajna trasa.
Proszę tego nie robić.
Kurwa mać, daj kobiecie trochę prywatności.
Cholera jasna, proszę pani!
Przemyśl to. Może będziesz tego żałował.
Come on, man. That's cool, right? There's a demo out right now. Again, it could be out on PlayStation. I don't know. But it is, it's definitely out right now on Steam. What is this? Is this graphics or movie? Oh, it's video. It's graphics. Okay. Okay. Hang on one second. All right. Drive by Joe. Did he tell us if he wants to change the background? All right. Well, then the next background change is at $100. We're less than $10 away. Okay. Where are we at, boys? Let's see what's happening in the news. Listen to this story. And of course the NeoGaf boys are losing their shit over it, and the Reset era boys are, it's like Fox News and MSNBC with these two. But here's the story. It's pretty interesting. Feels like a good time to talk about when Laren employed an outright fascist and refused to fire him. Over COVID, this is somebody who worked there. These are the guys who make Baldur's Gate 3 and whatnot. Over COVID, I really need to adjust my screen. Hang on. This employee says, one of our engineers was radicalized. Next time we saw him, he was watching Tim Pool videos in an office and telling us about cultural Marxism at work drinks, the whole 9 yards. After a while, we had a cohort of freaks that shared some of his sentiments. Everyone was uncomfortable with this guy. Folks went to Sven, who's the head of the company, and said, hey, this guy's a weirdo fascist. He's making us all uncomfortable. He's at odds with the team's values. Sven's response, he's invaluable to the team. It's too hard to replace him this close to release. Now, I don't have a problem employing somebody who has views that are horrible, in my opinion, but I certainly would say, please don't bring him to work because it's not good for the work. But anyway, I don't know what happened there. But anyway, he says, or Hash Bandicoot says, naturally the vibes got worse. Hanging out at lunch now sucks because these guys might bring their bigotry, like complaining that Aragorn is black in the new MTG crossover set. I'm assuming Aragorn from Lord of the Rings and Magic the Gathering. I don't know. And there's a lot of minorities on the team, yet bigots abound in the studio. Sven is happy to profit off the cachet of making a woke game while letting bigots endanger minorities in his studio. My worst experience as a trans woman was shortly after coming out in work. One of the other office weirdos and sexual harassment aficionado, Felix Padula of the Cincinnati Padulas, creepy family, walked past me one day. He makes a weird remark about my tits and then, to confirm something, grabs my crotch in the middle of the office. No fear, no shame. But why not report it? Well, the ship had sailed. We had unchecked fascists in the office, people taking the piss out of Baldur's Gate's gender options, multiple cases of sexual harassment, and more. More importantly, we were told if someone is important enough, they will not be dealt with. So, well, Darth Nugget, you can say blue sky is cancer, but, if this is true, it's a pretty bad thing, wouldn't you agree? But, whatever. I don't care. I mean, I don't care. I don't know if that means I'm sick. I don't know if that means I'm depressed. I care about this person. I care about the world. I care about things, but I just can't. You know what it is? My whatever physiological trigger causes you to care about sort of this is unjust. I don't care. I'm out. I'm out of caring. I'm out of the battle. I think if anybody did something like that at our office, hell, we had somebody who was a brilliant fucking programmer, and he had a bit of a temper problem. And at one point, there was another programmer, and he just yelled at him, and it wasn't like a danger, but he was playing with the beach ball in the office, and he just beamed it at the guy's head. And we called him in. We couldn't afford to lose this guy, but we were just like, dude, this is not us. We had people in our team that were suffering from very serious depression, and we were just like, yeah, man, it's don't worry about it. As long as you come in whenever you need to come in, we'll work with you. Don't worry about being late. Get your work done as best you can. We'll do the best we can. And this individual was a great employee, and we worked our way through it. And I'm sure they'll deal with depression in some capacity their whole lives, but, it's a real thing. And so I look at something like this, and I'm just like, you can't make people feel shitty at work, and you should be like, dude, you're so fired. If this actually happened, so you can say blue sky is horrible, but trust me, progressives think Twitter is equally horrible. But all of that said, though, you think that's acceptable what this guy did? David K, thank you for the super chat. David K says, I bought a variation of a candy bar today because just like your mother's, I like different kinds of nuts. Oh, David K, where did your mother and I go wrong? Thank you for the super chat, buddy. I'm putting you on the wheel a third time, fifth time, whatever it is. I don't remember, but you're on there a lot. David K, there you go, baby. And we are $5 away from changing the background. We are $25 away from, spinning that goddamn wheel. Okay. Kanye West, he's crazy. Yeah. I mean, there are, John Lennon says Matt was a woman beater, but he still made great music. I don't really care about the person. The art means more to me. 100%. 100% the art means more. But I think if you're just looking at it at a human level, if you were running a company and somebody was going around like, I'm going to do a dick check on all the people that are trans women, I think you'd be like, if for no other reason, you'd be worried about a hell of a lawsuit, but also hopefully you're just a good person. You'd go, dick checker, you don't get to work here anymore. Let me help you pack your shit because you ain't ever stepping foot in this building. I hope we would all agree with that. Did I grow my hair? I don't know what that means. Are you on the wheel, Eternal? Eternal Harmony. You're not, but you should be. Eternal Harmony. Good check. You are now, buddy. Thank you for that. Okay. Honestly, I don't disagree with people that say so and did something bad. I just ignore that person now. Yeah, but not if they come around grabbing your crotch. Right? I mean, there is a point where you have to say, this is probably no bueno. That means in France. That means not legal. Okay. So here, let's see what's on the list for the rest of the stream. Let me see what we got. Let me see what we got planned. Let me see what we got planned, boys. Okay, I tell you what we're going to do real quick. I tell you what we're going to do real fast. We are going to open the Epic Game Store briefly. I'm not going to play a game, but I want to see what I got for today for Christmas time. Because one of the delights of Fortnite, one of the things they do nice is they do Winterfest, I think is what they call it, or some, I don't know what they fucking call it. But, and you don't have to do, you can do it all at once. Like last year I didn't know about it, and I ended up doing all the presents at once. But every day you get to open a new present under the tree, and it's some kind of cool skin or this, that, or the other, right? So let's find out. And everybody, I believe, gets different things. It's not the same every day. It's based on what present you click, I believe. I don't think everybody yesterday got the pick thing. I could be wrong. But let's see what you get today if you play Fortnite. And I'll tell you something. This is one of the reasons I do like service games. I absolutely understand that a lot of people hate this shit, but it's like, it's a little community and you get little gifts and it's just, they keep you coming back, and it totally decimates traditional game markets. I get that. That sucks, but it's cool. Kind of cool, man. Oh, it's different though. If Margot Robbie grabbed Jaffe's crotch at work, I don't think he would say anything. Well, I'd say something. But I wouldn't be bothered by it. But again, it's a very different situation. I want that. I would prefer that. That would make me happy. So why would I say anything? Do I think it's inappropriate? Sure. But hey, I'm not going to complain because that ended up being something I would like to have happen. But if someone I didn't want, messing around the nether regions got down in there, I'd be like, excuse me, the fuck are you talking about? Right. It's like the meme of the hot guy complimenting a woman versus an ugly guy. Exactly. Okay. Where's Fortnite? Where is it? Hang on. I hate this. Sometimes it loads somewhere and I can't fucking find it. Hang on. Oh, it's on this screen. Okay. 1 second. Let me change the screen. 1 second, fellas. I have so many sources in this scene. It's stupid. This is what we want. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay. What's this? Come on, man. What's going on? Hey, Wafflemeister. Good to see you, buddy. Wafflemeister drops a big, beefy donation in the super chat. Thank you, sir. $10. He says, Jaffe, glad to see you're still streaming. I love streaming. Glad you're here with us. Wafflemeister, we are giving away a Mr. Grimm Melts figure that is signed, if you want it. Once we get to $120, that's what it looks like. Let me know if you want it. I'll put you on the wheel. It's $5 to be on the wheel. So you get on the wheel twice for $10. Also, if you want to change the background, let me know. But right now, I think the background, I don't think this is going to work. I don't know why it won't connect to Fortnite. So I am just going to shut that down, and I'll open it on my own, and I'll share with you guys what I unlocked later for their Winter Festival. He says, sign me up, I guess. Well, I don't want to twist your arm, pal. You don't have to sign up for it. He says, sign me up, I guess. Whatever. Sure, I'll put you on there, Waffle. Thank you, buddy. Also, let me know if you want to change the background, because that is something that you can do, because you kicked us over the limit there. The next background change can come at $110, and we are less than $20 away from spinning the wheel. Waffle is going on there twice. Wafflemeister 1 and Wafflemeister 1. Still the same guy. Okay. Let's see what else we got to talk about tonight. Let's see what else. Let's go to my Twitter game thing. See what's breaking before the weekend ends. What are you guys playing this weekend? What are you going to play all weekend? I don't know this guy. Lamar Wilson passed away. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about this guy. Sadly, he ended it on his own. Lamar was a cornerstone of the LA gaming and tech creator community. Infectious joy and warmth with him everywhere. Every conversation with him left me feeling a little more energized. He had a rare ability to lift people up just by being himself. All right. Yeah, it's sad. Sorry, buddy. Rest in power and peace, good sir. I didn't know who he was, but a lot of people were upset and sad about that, which I get. Yeah, look, KP says you're playing Outlaws Remastered this weekend. Okay. I wonder what I should play this weekend. I got a lot to play. I don't know what I'm going to play. Let's see. Let me see. Anything cool? I mean, maybe I'll play some more Arc Raiders this weekend. Maybe really kind of triple down on that again. I still haven't finished Terminator, and I still haven't finished Neon Inferno. So maybe I'll play those. You're saying I would love Signalis. I hear it's great. I hear Signalis is fucking fantastic. Maybe I should. Let's see. What do I? Let me see. I could play. Maybe what I'll. Let's see. I might do. You know, I do gotta finish some stuff, right? The Halston demo, the Super Meat Boy demo. If you can fucking believe that. If you can fucking believe that goddamn thing, I really liked it. I went back and played it last night off stream because I enjoyed it so much, which is really weird because usually I don't really vibe with hard games, but that one, I really enjoyed. People were saying, Jaffe, have you seen the trailer for Tank Rat? Maybe this is when I was peeing because apparently it was at the Game Awards. You guys seen this? I don't know. Let's watch it together. See what it's like. Come on now. That's not it. Let me change this. There we go. It's called Tank Rat, starring Lori Petty.
I know we've never quite seen eye to eye. Believe it or not, Whitaker, we want the same thing. It's all out there in the zone. You never know what you might find.
That's pretty cool. Okay. I mean, you know, maybe. I probably won't play it, but you never know. Do I ever talk to Corey Barlog? No, not at all. Yeah, Matt says that looks like it could be really good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about it other than that, but you know, I don't tend to like card combat where the mouse controls the aiming. I've just never liked that system. But you know. Do I ever talk to Kojima? I've only met Kojima one time. And so the answer is, other than that one time, no. I never speak to the man. Let's see what else we got going on. Listen to this. Psychiatrist Dr. K treated a coma patient who later described exactly what happened while everyone thought he was gone. The details still don't sit right and are, as he described, scary. I haven't seen this. I was going to watch this with you guys. Let's watch it together. It's
not a really scary story if you want to hear it.
Please.
So I had this. This is one of my favorite stories. I've told it a couple times. So it's just super cool. So I had a patient. I was on the consult service at MGH, and we had a consult in the neuro ICU. So I'm on the psychiatry service, but we get consulted for the neurological ICU. So there was a guy who had been in a car accident and he had been in a coma for about 2 weeks. Comes out of the coma, physical therapy is progressing well. He's expected to make a full recovery. So we got called and we're like, what's the problem? And this is something that seems like a bullshit consult. So sometimes you get these where like, you know, the primary team is just like calling you and they don't really have a great reason, right? So they're like, yeah, we don't know. Like he seems depressed. And I'm like, what do you mean he seems depressed? And they're like, I don't know. Like he just seems depressed. I'm like, that's not a reason to consult us. Like, does he have a functional problem? What's his prognosis? Like, is he like crying? Like what is going on? I don't know. He just seems depressed. And we're like, okay, fine. So I trained at a place where thankfully we try to be helpful. There are some hospitals where people don't try that because they're toxic environments, but I had some awesome teachers and great fucking fantastic hospital. So we go see him and I go see the guy and I try to get a sense of, okay, like, you know, what's your recovery like? Okay, so this is your wife. These are your kids. Okay, older one's 19. She's going to college. Younger one is 17. She's applying to college. You know, how's your job? Okay, like no problems at work. You're a partner at this firm and they've let you take 6 months of medical leave, but let me talk to the rehab person. Rehab is progressing well. So everything seems good. So I go and see this person every day for about 6 days. And I kind of ask them like, you know, how are you feeling? And they're like, I'm fine. So on day 6, I go and I'm like, look, I feel like I'm missing something because everything I know about you, you're doing fine. Work is fine. Family loves you. Everything's great. Like you're making a full recovery. Sounds like, you know, the nursing staff loves you, right? So he's like cracking jokes and like you're doing well. And I'm like, what's the deal? Am I like, and if you don't want to say anything, that's fine. But this is the last day I'm going to see you. You're being discharged tomorrow. So if there's like any, like, you know, but I feel like you're sad. Just like sitting with you, it feels like there's something off. And that's when the dude starts crying. And I'm like, what is this? So he tells me that while he was in a coma, he had this whole other life. And he was like married to someone and he had 2 boys instead of 2 girls.
Oh my God.
And he's like basically grieving because he's like, I realize that those people aren't real.
Oh.
I didn't know it was going to go there. That's amazing. I've never heard of David K. No, I've heard of David K. I've never heard of this guy, Dr. K. What the fuck? What the fuck? That's insane. Because some of these fucking characters, when you have dreams, especially when I've been using the CPAP machine, baby, you have these dreams and they feel as real as anything else. I'll reach out to this guy. I've never heard of this guy before, but he's a game guy joker who does, is he huge? Like he'd never call me back? Or I'd love to talk to a psychiatrist for my own reasons. Zoloft. But that's kind of amazing. It's kind of an amazing story. Listen to this. In the tradition of posting crazy things with little context, says Mr. K. David K. Different guy. And the $10 super chat. Thank you, buddy. Well, long story short, there's an adult industry model whose vagina I can't process seeing. Like, I see it, but my brain doesn't. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about at this point. You've gone round the bend. You've gone round the bend, sir. It's a great story, I guess. So she has okay, wait. So you're saying like she's an adult film star. You watch pornography with her. When her vagina comes on camera, and you know, it's obviously, I'm assuming it's not detached. So when her legs are exposing her vagina, what happens? Like, you see it, but your brain is like, I don't know what that is. There are, by the way, not even fucking with you, there are studies that have nothing to do with adult film stars, but where people have had brain damage, and they were like able to show somebody like a hammer, and they were able to go, what is this? And the person had no clue what it was, but he could write what it was. Like, he could use language to say, oh, well, that's a hammer. But if you wanted to speak with him about it, he was just like, I have no idea what I'm looking at, right? So maybe her vagina has sort of triggered a similar shift in your brain pan, buddy. That's kind of interesting. But thank you for the super chat, David K. David K goes on the wheel 2 more times. And also be aware that he can change the background, and we are only $5 away, a little less, but $5 away from spinning that wheel and giving away the Mr. Grimm melt. Mr. Grimm melt. Okay. Google the lamp story. Just type in the lamp story. Okay. I can do that for you. You don't even have to have a reason. Hey, there's my game I made. That's my most recent game. Fuck you all. That's my most recent game. It needs work. It needs work. I don't like the graphic yet, obviously. You're that little guy. You're a little assassin. See him there? You're a little assassin on ice skates. Sassy dude. And you got to kill the red target. You know? Even got sounds. Let's see. Watch this. And the purple target's the lead bodyguard. And here we go. And he shoots homing missiles at you. And if you kill the pedestrians that are the green dots at the moment, cops will come out, make it twice as hard. And if you can't kill them in 50 seconds, they get away in the getaway car. But if you can kill them, you can make your escape in the helicopter. Let's see if we can do it once. And I made this all with text prompts. And it looks like it. But, I mean, come on. I was just testing gameplay. I wasn't worried about the visuals. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Boom. Oh, shit. Hey, David K. He just says $5. I understand. Let's put you on the... Let's get that on the wheel, buddy. We are ready to spin, I think. We'll do it in just 1 second. David K. Thank you, buddy, for that. Very, very nice. We do... Well, I the only sounds I'm doing right now in that game is just to sort of test it out. So right now the only sounds are terrible voiceover. I'll show you. You can here. So when you kill a pedestrian, let's see if I can.
Pedestrian shot. Cops en route to engage.
So that lets you know the cops are coming out, and those 2 blue things are the cops. And if you kill a cop, you'll end up with 2 more cops spawned. So let's see. Let me get some cops out here. It's really fun, though. If you've ever thought about just game
Pedestrian
design,
shot. Cops en
go to
route to
Google
engage.
Gemini and make some fucking games, man. It's real, you know, it's not like a, you know, it's a game like this, and you can make the graphics as much as you want. But, you know.
Pedestrian shot. Cops en route
There's
to
no
engage.
no reason it can't be fun, though. Okay. Okay. It's good stuff, though. It's good stuff. Where was I going with that? These are old Atari games that were never made. Or they were made, but they were never released. You want to go through those? It's kind of weird. There was a video game based on 9 to 5. The movie with Dolly Parton. I'm not lying to you. It's not a goddamn lie. There was a video game about the Fall Guy, the Stuntman TV show. What else? They had, that looks kind of good. 3D Ghost Attack. Looks pretty good. Off Your Rocker, a prototype game that was mass-produced. Gameplay similar to the handheld game Simon. That sounds rubbish. Sack Alert. Sack. I don't know, man. I used to love. I get it. It's a kid thing, man. Any kid who's into video games, whatever year you were like, 5 to 12, this shit just blast into your fucking brain pan, and it becomes the best fucking addictive nostalgia you've ever heard of. Nothing any more magic about this than what kids who grew up playing games I worked on. But it's just what hits you at that time, and it just sends you back, and it's just, you love it, man. Casey Munchkin, come on, man. That's some good stuff, boys. Some good goddamn stuff. Video game nostalgia is real, and it is beautiful. Drive by Joe, I'll put you on the wheel, buddy. Thank you. He says, what's the hot clown bunny up to? It's her birthday today, by the way. We were getting real high no, her birthday was yesterday. We were in her no, it's today. We were in her server getting real high last night, having a good time. She's good. She's doing great. Who was this one? Drive by Joe. Thank you, Drive by Joe. All right, let's get that wheel spun in just a second. She's in her Discord stealing all of Jaffe's loyal followers. Is she in there right now? Fuck it. We're going in to see her. We're going to go see her. Nobody steals followers. I don't look at it that way. I look at it and I just say, look, man, if she can, let's go into her server.
They'd be like, hey, Ken, remember...
Hey, Jeff. We are streaming, just so you know. We just want somebody asked what is Bunny up to? And I said, I think it's her birthday today.
You didn't get tonight, birthday buns?
And so we figured we'd pop in. And then somebody in my chat says,
I left you a birthday tweet on Twitter as well.
Thank you.
Oh, it's this place.
Someone says, Bunny's stealing all your loyal followers away. Even Rob the Mod's in there. And I said, what? I said, there's no theft here. They don't owe me any goddamn thing. Rob the Mod, we've known from day one. Even me and Bunny know he's a fair-weathered friend. We know that. You can't depend on him. He's a white guy. He's white.
It's
a fundamentally racist country. You cannot depend on Rob the Mod.
Well, white guy, man.
You're a white guy. You're a white guy. You're a white guy.
Bunny, do be like that
are you having a nice birthday?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I've had a pretty good day.
You look so birthday-ish. I love the new hair and the glasses.
Thank you.
It's delightful. It's delightful.
I can see.
Well, that's important.
Yep,
Right.
it is.
Right.
I've learned that.
All right. I don't want to come in and fuck your shit up. I just wanted to say hello, and this guy was asking about you guys. Be good, be well. Have a good birthday, Bunny.
All right, man.
See you guys.
Thank you, Jaffe.
Make good choices, Jaffe. Bye.
Don't know how to do that. Don't know how to do that. Not gonna happen. Okay, there you go. There's Bunny. Bunny's delightful. She's delightful. Of course, she looks beautiful. Bunny's always beautiful. Okay. Or you could pay. Okay, hang on 1 second. I have to drink something real quick. Bunny's great, man. I miss working with Bunny. I would love to do a show with Bunny. I want to do a Madhouse show again. We don't know how to do it. We don't know how to do it and make any money. So we can't do it. We're not good enough at the job. We can't do it. But I'll tell you what, we're good about this job because you guys have been so generous with your ducats tonight. We are about to spin the wheel. I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes. Anybody wants in last minute edition, 5 minutes, and you'll get on the wheel for $5. And I will go tomorrow and I will mail you if you want it autographed. Happy to do it. The Mr. Grimm melts, or hell, at this point, you guys can choose. Whoever wins, you can have an autographed or not Mr. Grimm bike or Mr. Grimm head will come in your mailbox. Okay? Okay. Alexa, set timer for 5 minutes.
5-minute timer started.
All right. So once she is done, that wheel is going to spin. Do a monthly Madhouse. I could make it work, Matt, but the problem is there's no money in that, which means, you know, what's in it for Bunny? Like it building it in part of this channel, sure. But doing it for like Bunny or whatever, it's like, okay, so she's got, you know, because cumulatively you might make a lot of money over a month, but 1 or 2 episodes is not going to make enough money to be worth it.
David, here's your reminder. Rap stream.
Oh yeah, Alexa, stop. So, but no, I mean, look, there's no reason Madhouse shouldn't work. A lot of it's just I'm rubbish at marketing. My Christmas wish, if you're out there watching this show or you're watching it later, here's my Christmas wish. I have the best goddamn show on the internet. It's verified. ChatGPT told me so. I want a sponsor. I don't care if it's a if it's a sponsor for a product that I like, I'll shill it. If you want to jump up to the $50 to $500 Patreon tier to help be a producer on the show, I'd love it. Or if you think you know somebody who can work with me to make this in 2026 the bigger year for this channel, let me know. And if you're that person, reach out, let me know. Because Bunny and me, that show should have worked. That show should have worked. Okay. It doesn't have to go mainstream. KP says the dynamic you had with Bunny was never going to go mainstream. You don't need to go mainstream. There's a difference between going, I don't want to be, I don't want Madhouse to be like Joe Rogan. But it could certainly be profitable given how little it costs to produce. That's not, I think our issue was marketing. We just didn't know how to get it out there and let people see. How do you feel about Clockwork Orange? Did you like Singing in the Rain being used in the film? Thank you, buddy. Thank you, David K. You get on the wheel again. Thank you, good sir. So I loved the book, Clockwork Orange. I read it in college. It was excellent. The movie, Kubrick's movie, I really enjoyed. It was creepy and disturbing, which it's supposed to be. I really enjoyed that. And I thought it was cool they did Singing in the Rain in it. So, yeah, I thought it was pretty fucking cool, man. Okay, Anna, you messaged me. Okay, should I check now or check after the stream? No, I don't believe that, Machine. You just got to have a steady stream. We did Madhouse for over 6 months, 6 o'clock every night. It was steady as fuck. It was steady as fuck. It was not the issue. It wasn't that. But again, I don't want to talk about it because you guys, it's not your problem. I don't want to bore you with it. But I'm honest, when I do my show, I talk about things that are on my mind. And, that came up because I saw Bunny. I'm like, why can't I make that work? I should be able to make that work. How can you not make a great show with Bunny Button? Come on now. Okay. Let's spin the wheel, babies. Let's see what that wheel says. So right now we have 23 people on the wheel, or 23 different. Well, no, we can't spin it yet. We can't spin it yet. We got to wait for the Alexa to turn off. Oh, so what? So we'd be late sometimes for 30 minutes. So what? Not always, so what? Anyway. Bunny doesn't seem to care about money. She does all that fun stuff in her Discord for free. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to have somebody work with me on something and not get paid for it. You are the cream of the crop, Rob. You're the cream of the goddamn crop. A little bit racist, but besides that, Anna, you're saying, no, I'm talking about helping you with the show. I don't understand then. Didn't you say you messaged me? No. I don't know. All right. Don't forget, by the way, tomorrow, 11 a.m., Mike Arkin will be here. It'll be in the Discord. Over on the Discord, Mike produced and did design work on Croc, Die Hard Trilogy, bunch of other games. We'll be talking about Die Hard Trilogy, but we'll also just be talking about his time in games and just shooting the shit and hanging out. He's a funny guy. Runs a bunch of video game companies right now, smaller indie companies. Alexa, stop. So that is tomorrow at 11 a.m. in the Discord if you are a Calypso's Cult or higher, or a mod here or over there. Rocker Matt, I will look at your suggestions over the weekend. I haven't looked at them yet. I have not looked at them yet, but thank you for that. I do appreciate it. All right, here we go. Let's spin that wheel. And if you win, hit me up in the Discord with a DM with your address so I can get it out in the mail to you tomorrow, okay? Let's see who is going to get one of these Mr. Grimm melts. We already gave away the sweet tooth one. Let's see what we got here, boys. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Here we go. Hey, there he goes. David K. God knows you spent enough money tonight on it. Thank you, David K., for all your support, not just tonight, but throughout the years. Congrats for winning. Let me know which one you want. Do you want the Mr. Grimm? Where is it? Let me go to the screen. Hang on. Do you want the Mr. Grimm motorbike right here? Or do you want the Mr. Grimm head? And do you want it signed or just sent pristine? And I will send it to you tomorrow, and hopefully it'll get there by Christmas. Jaffe, I've messaged you in the past telling you I can help with the show. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, Anna. I will adjust my brain looking for that email, knowing what it's about, and yes, that would be fucking fantastic. I would love to hear what your thoughts are, what that means. What that means. That's that thing from Nathan. Anyway. All right. That is the stream for tonight, folks. I may come back and stream some Die Hard Trilogy to prep for tomorrow. But LXDXM, that is a very good question. And I am more than happy to talk about it on the next stream, but I got to go right now. Do you often feel hopelessly indecisive about random catch-22 life throws at you? How do you deal with constant mental battles? You're an inspiration to me. I much appreciate you. That's a very important question, and it's a good one, and I want to answer it with the respect it deserves. I hope you can manage to swing by this weekend when we stream, maybe if I stream tonight or on Monday, because the high concept, though, is that, oh, yeah, man, I want to watch that fucking Corey Feldman documentary. The constant mental battle is something you can deal with, assuming you may or may not need to be medicated for it, because some people just can't shut off the voices without medicine, but some people can. But as for the catch-22s, yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, buddy. I can handle anybody as a producer if they're making good choices for the stream and the show. I could totally handle them as a producer. But I need to be sold on what they believe in. Like sometimes Tech would say stuff to me, and I thought Tech was a fine producer for the show, but he and I wouldn't agree on everything. Like I'm like, I want to do phone calls. And he didn't like doing phone calls. And I totally agreed that we needed to move him to the end of the show because that wouldn't, there are people who don't like phone calls, but it's like, hey, it's time to do the phone calls. You can either leave or stay, but it was segmented. But as long as I believe in what you're selling, yeah, fuck, man. Are you kidding me? I want this to be a success. I don't have to be a huge fucking success, but we need to be better than we are now. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm used to winning way more than I've been winning with this channel, and I've just about gotten my fill of not winning with this channel, and something's going to change. Sophia's home now. I took a horse tranquilizer and shoved some worms in my brain. It feels great. Good for you, man. It's good to try new things. My dear, delightful friends, it has been a joy spending some time with you as we head into the holidays. I will be back maybe tonight streaming, but definitely tomorrow with Mike Arkin at 11 o'clock for Jaffe Breakfast. And throughout the weekend, I'll be making videos. And I never stop. I love this so much. So hopefully I'll see you before Christmas. If not, be safe, be well. Otherwise, I'll see you the next time. Have a good rest of your Friday night. And thanks, everybody. Bye. Thank you, Anna, for everything. We appreciate it very, very much. Thank you, Super Chatters. Good to see you.